Okay, hello everyone.
Yes.
Okay, so today we start a new lesson. As the introduction, we introduce ourselves already. So the first one is level 11 reading chapter 1 A, page on page 4 till 13. Okay, so it's about language and learning. So what is language and learning? We will go deeply and deeply as you see on page 3. The first part, the first selection in this chapter is about how people know more one language is considered smarter. Why one language is considered they are smarter than the only one language. And the second part is the second selection investigate the leap in communication with the aid of new technology tool. That's been the leap of our technology tool today. Social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, how it developed in our daily life. Before we go in there, let's see the vocabulary, and then we will discuss about strategy, what we should know about the method before we go into the text. To do exercise very easily when you know strategy. Okay, today is all about part 1. Why two language, person who know two language smarter than only one language. So the first one, you can see the paper in here, profound. Now that means our state, quality, or emotion, very great intent. That means your emotional depth into something. Example, the fact is that the absence of a parent has a very profound effect. Right? The absence of the parent, so the student they stay alone, the profound effect to them. They can have a mental issue or a lot of problem. The second one is dementia, not T, right? T-I-A-H, dementia. A chronic or persistent disorder of the mental processes caused by brain disease or injury and marked by memory disorder, personality change, and impaired reasoning. That means you're losing your memory when you are in the old age. It's called dementia. Example, people with dementia sometimes find it easy to look into memory than fact. Right? Okay. Because you are confused with your memory disorder, you don't remember everything. And the third one is cognitive, related to cognition. That means your awareness, your perception, your knowing. Example, the key is to this explanation is something psychologists call cognitive response. Okay, so the third one is ample, that means enough, or more than enough, plentiful, that means much, plentiful. Example, there are ample time for discussion. Example, there are ample money, that means a lot, and much money, that you have more than you want. And the fifth one is handicap, that means a circumstance that made progress or success difficulty, hindrance, obstacle, or barrier. That means something that bear you behind, obstacle. This is a handicap or hindrance. Example, not being able to drive was something of the handicap. That means was something that bear behind you, you cannot do anything because of that. The sixth here, disguise, right? Disguise. Verb give someone or oneself a different appearance in order to conceal one identity. That means you hide yourself to another one else, or you fake your identity to another one else, right? It's like that. Disguise. Example, he dressed up, disguising himself as a youth and joined them. In fact, he is not a youth, right? He is in the old age, but he disguised. And another one is adept. That means very skilled, profession, or at something, expert, proficient, skillful, talented. That means expert, you are expert, right? It is adept. You are very skillful in that. Example, it is tempting as suppose it was the result of adept management. That means they are the skillful management, right? That's why they are attractive. Okay, the last one, not the last, is the eighth, is tassel. Engage in vigorous struggle or suffer, fight, struggling. That means to fight each other, right? Struggle, tussle. Example, the demonstrator tussle with the police. That means to fight with each other, have issue. 9 is pronounce it hold. Sharpen a blade. That means make a blade sharp, sharper and sharper. Example, he was carefully holding the curved blade, the curved blade. The blade, if you didn't hold, it cannot very sharp, right? And the last one is onset. So mean the beginning of something, especially something unpleasant. Start, beginning or opening, just like starter, right? Everything we cannot progress without starter or without beginning. The onset of winter appear to have been delayed, throwing many plans into confusion. Okay, so that's all for vocabulary today, and we will go to strategy. So open your book in here for your mosaic tool, and strategy 1 you will know. I will explain for you, and then you can do the exercise very easily when you understand. Anything more you can ask me in the text more. Okay, so the first one is I will read it for you, right, to make it easy for you. So open, please. Please open on page 6. Yeah, okay. Strategy. Skip. Let me see it here. Oh no, page 4, the first one. First one. For strategy here. Page 4, you can see the box, right? Strategy. Getting the meaning from context and structure. So how can you get the meaning from the context if you don't know that word? This is strategy. Try to guess the meaning of new or unfamiliar word as you read by looking at their context, what came before and after the words. For example, look at the title of the reading, Why Bilingual are Smarter. If you don't know the meaning of the word bilingual, read what came after it. The first sentence in the article on page 7, then choose the correct answer to the question, what is the meaning of bilingual? So it means that you have to look after the word that surrounding this word that you don't know. You can guess the meaning, what does this word mean? Slide here, and this is the first method. The second method is another clue to the meaning of bilingual is the structure of the word itself. It begins with the prefix B, which also comes at the beginning of the word, like bicycle, bicep, bilateral, binocular. What does the pre-B mean? How does it help to understand bilingual? B, that means two, right? So you learn it from the prefix, the verb put at the starter. This is the way that you learn, because it changes the meaning. But the verb you put at the end is called what? Do you remember? Suffix, right? Just change the part of speech, but here you change the meaning. Just like do, right? But if you add the word we do, that means do again. It's different. By here two, so bilingual language, so two language in here, right? Okay, this is the first strategy that you will do in the text after that. And go to the second strategy. Get the meaning from context. Second is again and again, but we go in the detail. On page 6, you see, skimming for the main idea. So what does skimming mean for the main idea here?
Skimming is the useful way to get an overview of the reading selection.
Okay, so skimming is the useful way to get an overview of a reading selection. Try to skim, move your eye quickly through the whole reading. Make sure to look at heading and illustration if there are any. Try to see what idea or theme are mentioned. Do not stop for detail or worry about the word you don't know. Keep going like a fast-moving train from beginning to the end. After, you will get a general impression of the context, then read the selection again for a better understanding. So skimming is just like you read only the title, right? Or you can look only the starter or the end. Just quickly look, what does the gist mean? The gist means the general idea of this technique. This is called skimming. So very easy, right? Just like that. Okay, so another third strategy, the last one that we will do. You will do the exercise after that. It have the inside. Okay, the last one on page 9. Scanning. So what does scanning mean?
Scanning is a different from skimming. You skim for general idea.
Okay, so you will go deeply about that. Continue, right? Okay. Scanning is scanning for specific information, expression, and set phrases. Scanning is a different from skimming, right? Different. You skim for general idea. General idea, we can say the keys. Just what this title is all about, right? That's it. And your scan is for specific fact or detail. To scan, move your eye quickly over the reading until you come to the specific piece of information that you want. Do not be distracted by idea or other items. Stay focused. When you find what you want, use it, then go to the next fact or detail that you are looking for. So scan here, that means you go to a specific information. It's just like that, the name, the year, right? That you want to go to do, to find it, and then you look in detail for that. Example, where is Angkor Wat? So what the keyword that you should scan in the text? Angkor Wat, right? The name. So find Angkor Wat in the text after you see where is it and answer the question. This is what the scan means. So that's end for today. For strategy and vocabulary, you will do it in the text next. Okay, thank you.